Hey, hello. We're professionals.
Wow, 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 wow.
That's true. That's a true statement. This is the most scuffed this podcast has ever felt. Back when we were on our little handheld microphones, when we were doing it on Twitch, when we were in our office, this looks nice. I mean, it's a little,
It's fine.
if you're listening to the audio, this means nothing, but we are recording video for this
Yeah.
now. It will
We
be up on
moved
YouTube.
from corner A to wall B, and it's a brick fireplace. It's just brown.
It's very brown, and it's got a golden fireplace insert that's very ugly.
I want to paint it black so badly.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of remodeling that happens just because we want it to look nice for the podcast. It's stuff we've been talking about forever, but now that we're podcasting again, it's like, oh yeah, we want this to look nice.
Yeah. I put a sign back there as a little pizzazz in the back. I don't know if you could even see it.
You can see it a little bit, but it doesn't look nice
Oh.
because it just looks like a poster board that I hand wrote something on, which is exactly what it is.
That's lovely. I like it.
I mean, it might look better if it was like on a shelf.
Well, more to come.
So how was your week, honey?
It went really fast. I mean, work is work. It's always pretty stupid. Got a lot of complaints, but you know what? I'm just doing me.
Sure.
I'm not out here to impress you.
Fair.
That's kind of my job, but
I hope you're impressed.
I'm over it. I'm just doing me out here,
Yeah.
But as far as the goal setting and stuff, I did make a little changeroo. Because instead of following my specific run plan, I was like, you know what? Why tie myself down?
Sure. Why tie yourself down?
I'm a polygamist cardioist. No? Cardiologist?
I was going to say cardiologist, but that's like an actual profession.
So I was like, I want to be a good runner, but also it's like running doesn't super make me feel great mentally
Yeah.
because I want to be fast. I want to be better, which is all fine. That's great.
Yeah.
But I like the way I look and feel when I lift more.
Yeah.
Because when I'm running, I don't know, I'm just a person with legs moving my body. But when I'm lifting heavy things,
So what are you when you're not running?
am I not doing anything?
Well, you just said you're a person with legs. So I just wanted to know.
I'm just a person.
Oh, okay.
I'm a goo ball.
Okay.
I'm a person sitting.
You're the imitation mannequin of a person?
Yeah. Oh gosh, we were at Target yesterday on Saturday, and Bert found a baby mannequin without a head. It had like a little train. What's it called?
It's like the newsboy hat.
Yeah, the newsboy hat.
Yeah.
Ben wore it all the time, and it had a little newsboy hat on its neck stump, and she was hugging it.
And she kept picking it up, or she wanted to
She
pick
wanted
it
to
up.
pick it up and hold it like she does Craig, and she like picked his hat up and was like, "Huh?" And then she put.
Because the hat perfectly covered the neck stump. You would assume there was nothing underneath it with the way it was sitting. But she was very surprised to find no head.
Shocked. And so like she put the little newsboy cap back on, she hugged it, she kissed it on the top of the cap, and then ooga mugged it, and then we carried on about our business.
It was really cute.
It was cute.
Anyways,
but
I interrupted you and called you a mannequin.
Yeah. So I'm not specifically doing the running plan anymore. I was like, any cardio I feel like is fine, especially because we have this DecaFit that we're training for. And it's like loosely. I mean, we're doing things.
We're doing way more now than we have in a while.
So it's like, if I'm just tying myself to running 4 days a week, there's no time,
For
I feel like,
everything
for
else.
everything else.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's still cardio. It's still great. And it's like, I like those better because they're here. They're just in the garage. I don't have to go 40 minutes out and 40 minutes back. Like I can just go in the garage or the basement or wherever.
Yeah, because for me, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? There are days that being outside is all I want.
Oh, yeah.
And I want that 40 minutes of solitude or whatever away from everything. But since 2020, we've become such homebodies that there are days that it's almost excruciating to make myself leave. So if I can do it in the garage or the basement or wherever, I feel much more content almost safer, I guess, is the way that I think about it. Is like from a like mentally, I feel safer, even though it's not like I'm in physical danger. I feel more calm when I'm at home.
Right. Because, as a woman who does things outside by myself sometimes, like when I would run 6 years ago, I was out for miles and miles by myself on the trail or wherever. And then a couple months ago, I don't know where it was, some woman got taken by like a delivery driver, UPS, FedEx or something, and he killed her. She was out running.
Yeah. She was like 33,
like a mom of a couple kids. And he just took her and killed her.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, now, God, now I got to be afraid of delivery trucks.
Which is like every day at our house.
Right. So it's like, because not that I was ever super worried. I'm more worried about it before I leave. So I, of course, hype myself up with anxiety. But oof, you just gotta be afraid of fucking everything. That's why I only run with one headphone in.
Yeah.
So I can hear you fuckers coming up at me.
So you can karate chop.
I took jujitsu for a minute.
Yeah. They should be scared.
I would think so. I fucked up some dudes.
Some dudes.
Well, yeah, I guess all that to say, my week was fine. My goals, I've been doing well, I think. We've done yoga the last 7 days, yoga with Adrian Center. Sup, Adrian, love you. And Benji, of course.
Of course.
So it's this is the longest I feel like I've ever stuck with anything.
Well, that's not entirely true. We've done fire.
Well, yeah.
With Hannah Eden.
Yeah.
Several times.
But I remember day 3 of the yoga, I was like, I don't want to. And we did it, and I feel great. It's hard.
There's definitely been a lot of overcoming the mental aspect of it. Physically,
the hardest part.
Physically, I think there's no problem with us being able to do this stuff. But there's this huge mental block on days like tonight where, bedtime with Bert took an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. You went and got groceries and came back and we were still struggling to get her down. And you just go, I don't want to do yoga. I don't want to meditate. I just want to go shower and lay down. And here we are recording a podcast.
I wanted to eat my blueberry muffin cereal.
You got blueberry muffin cereal?
I did.
Oh, yum.
Because I shouldn't be allowed to order grocery pickup online. But here we are.
Why?
Well, I hope you want shredded wheats because we got a lot of them.
It's like when I go to the grocery store. We don't let John go to the grocery store by himself.
I like it when you go to the grocery store because I feel like when you go to the grocery store, it's when I need it most. And you always come home with the best stuff. Because I still remember, and I'm haunted by it, when we lived at the apartment 11 years ago. I don't know. It's been a long time.
12.
It's been a 5th grader away.
12 years ago.
And I had bought...
Almost a high schooler.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And I bought groceries at Giant Eagle or Bueller's. I had Giant Eagle.
That was Giant Eagle, yeah.
And the cashier was like, oh, are you shopping for your mom? And I'm like, what? And she's like, are you shopping for your parents? I was like, no. And she's like, oh, just looking at what you bought. Fucking excuse me? Yeah, I'm buying fish sticks and mac and cheese and Pop-Tarts. I'm 20 goddamn years old.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
What are you talking about? I make my money, bitch. Don't you worry about me and my fucking Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, because when I go to the grocery store, it looks like an 8-year-old won the lottery. And I will go spend $100 on mini muffins and Hostess cakes. And
Betty Hostess was like, thanks.
Betty Hostess?
Whatever her name is, Little Debbie.
Little Debbie is a different brand.
What'd you buy? Hostess?
I don't remember. I think we called everything Little Deborah's, but... I don't think
I don't know. I don't buy them at the store. See,
Pop-Tarts, ice cream occasionally. I mean, if I see it and I go, that sounds good, I buy it. And I always try to get something like, we should try that.
That's new.
Yeah. Or it's like, oh, we haven't had that in a long time. Like we got oatmeal cream pies.
I know we talked about those last time.
Because we had some last time, but they were so good.
Yeah. If you bought some, let us know where you'd rate them on your S tier.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
Tier
I'm with
list.
the youth.
The tier list.
Yeah. But I tried to read a book on my Kindle on my phone. I tried to read
Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I
that
think.
one. And I couldn't. I'm sure he's a sweet man with some nice things to say, but I'm just like, get to it. If there's only 7 things, why is it taking you 100 years to get
So
there?
you wanted it to be a pamphlet instead of a book?
That's not very effective for him just to write nonsense.
Well, it would be highly effective, actually. Very efficient, but he might not get his points across.
Sure. How effective are you at writing, sir?
Oh, shit.
I'm calling you out. I don't even know if you wrote the book.
I'm sorry, this New York Times bestseller book, one of the best-selling self-help books of all time.
Well, okay, I don't even know how much I read because it was on my phone. I still had like 6 hours left, I think. So I was pretty early on. But I was like, he kept talking about how his kid was like the wimpy kid who like sucked. And then they were like, oh, we stopped doing things. I don't even know what he said. Ugh, it was just so dry.
Well, it is. I just looked it up. It is 381 pages.
Oh, that's a pretty big book.
That's a long book.
You see what I mean? What are the 7 habits then, my guy? I just Wikipedia'd it.
But I will say,
Wikipedia?
it does have a 4.6 out of 5 on Audible, a 4.2 out of 5 on Goodreads, and has a 92% liked book score on Google.
I just couldn't make myself read it. So all that to say, I switched to Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins again. And I've been flying my little heart had wings. And it's just like, this man hypes me up.
Mm-hmm. Well,
he also says fucking in his book, which is great. That's my kind of guy.
You need a good fucking in your book?
Yeah.
Is this where we get into like the dark side of book talk or something?
Well, I've read accidentally like a naughty.
Accidentally, she says.
I did. Because the description doesn't say
the cover
anything.
literally said Sasquatch fucking.
Well,
and you were like, oh.
No, it was like a murder mystery thriller book. And it didn't say anything about that.
It was thrilling.
I got to that part. Oh.
It's throbbing.
I remember my cheeks got red. I was ready for like the twist, you find out who
he was
done
giving
it.
you the twist.
The candlestick in the library, you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, overall, this week's been good. I've been glad been sticking to it. And I just, I guess we'll see what happens this coming week.
It does feel like we've done a really good job of keeping each other in check,
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't think we've done fuck all with our diet.
Well, we're still doing the Factor meals for lunch, so it's like we got that going for us.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we're like awful.
Yeah.
I just don't think we've looked at like we're not eating any more salad, I guess is what I would say.
I bought a teeny little thing of salad.
So we can throw it away in 2 weeks.
That's why I bought the smallest one I could. I've thrown away so much produce. I bought zucchini the last 2 times I got groceries to make something.
Zucchini boats?
No. It was something I saw on Pinterest. But, once I like it on Pinterest, it dies.
Or like those, what were those zucchini things that you like cut slices in them and then you put
Hasselback zucchini?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 great things that I could have made with those fucking zucchinis. And now they're in the trash.
Yeah.
And there was poblano peppers.
And we had rotten goat cheese.
Oh my God, it smelled so bad. Oh my God. Okay.
Hold on. Before we get to
How was your week? And then you can finish up with,
Well, you might as well talk about it. Are you going to keep them hanging? You got to stick around to find out.
That's right. Tell us how your week was, and then we'll talk about that.
I thought this week was great. It feels like we had no time before. Mm-hmm. We have less than no time now.
Negative time.
So normally we were going to bed at like 9:30, 10.
Yeah,
pretty much
if I didn't
night.
go to bed earlier.
Well, it all depended on Bert and Bert bedtime. But oh God, it's been 11:30, midnight that we've been going to bed. And it's just because by the time we get the kids to bed and we get everything cleaned up in the house settled, it's like, oh shit, we've got to do yoga and we've got to meditate. We both need to shower.
Yeah, the meditation's been great.
Yeah.
Jeff has the voice of an angel.
Jeff Warner?
I don't know. I don't really stay awake for his last name.
My name is Jeff.
I've been calling him, what do I call him? Jim. I've been calling him Jim.
Yeah. You called him Jim on day one. It was like, he just said his name is Jeff.
Hello, my name is Jeff Warner.
I think it's Warner.
I could
look it up on the app.
But I was like, oh, Jim, hello. Because like the first 2 times the couple we did it, you were right. It's like my brain had a shower, like a hot, steamy shower. And then it's like, I just fall asleep. Which some say is the best kind of meditation.
Sure.
Because I'm just letting it all go.
I will say, I'll get back to the meditation, but we've been sleeping less hours. I feel like I've been sleeping better
So
overall.
much better.
You know, Bert still comes and wakes me up 1 to 3 times a night, but other than that, I do feel like my quality of sleep has been significantly better. I do wish that I could have those extra couple of hours on the front end, but yeah. So overall, it was really good. It just feels like every time we had downtime before, there is something we should be doing to meet the goals that we've set, which isn't a bad thing because all of them are good for you.
Yeah.
It's just intense. But I feel almost every day now, I get to the end of the day and I go, man, I really did a lot. I accomplished some things today. And it wasn't just watching, a Marvel movie again or, some Netflix series or some random reality TV. Like, I feel like I actually did something with myself. So that's been really nice. I've been doing my cold showers every day. That's especially when I do it. It's better for me to do it in the morning.
Yeah.
Because at nighttime, that water gets cold. And I'm just like, oh no, I just want to go to bed. It was so warm in here before because I started out with a hot shower and then worked my way to a cold shower. I think I only ran once or twice this week. Rode, ski-erged, pushed the sled around. I feel like I've been better about the fitness. The yoga's been really nice.
My arms are noodles.
My core is very tired. We had day 6 yesterday was an entirely core focused video, and it was harsh. It hurt. But yeah, I was looking at my goals. Do yoga at least once per week. Nailed it. 7 days.
Hey.
Cardio at least 2 times a week. Nailed it. The daily notes haven't been super great. I've been wanting to do more like task lists and that kind of stuff. Again, so it's got that like feeling of accomplishing things, crossing stuff off of the list. I haven't been really good about it. I set up Notion and then like I hate how my Notion looks because I've seen other people's and I'm like, ooh, that looks so much nicer. And it's like, I don't know, more streamlined. So there's some work I still have to do. But I have been tracking my mood through the Calm app. So after we do meditation, it asks how I'm feeling and then I track my mood through that. So I'll probably just keep doing that. Spend more time creating. I mean, we are doing a podcast. I did put art with the kids and we did do some art. So I guess I've met that one. Meditate daily for at least 10 minutes. We've nailed. This will be our 6th day, 7th day.
Yeah, one of those.
Maybe even 8th day. Cold showers daily, doing it, and then read or listen to at least one book a month. I'm probably will be through this Sanderson book by the end of the month. I did get my first book from the year of Sanderson, but I was wanting to finish Rhythm of War, which I'm reading right now.
Because is that an ebook or like a real book?
It is all of them because I did the
Oh, you got the real book in the mail?
No, not yet.
Oh.
So there was an issue at the printer, I guess. So the books won't be here until next month. But they sent out the ebooks and the audiobooks. So I've got the audiobook. But I haven't started listening to it yet just because, like I said, I wanted to finish that other book. So like from a yearly goals,
Killing
nailing it.
Killing the fucking game.
Feeling really good. The yoga, I mean, not to speak too soon, but I do really feel like I feel more like I stand up more. I feel like my flexibility is already starting to improve pretty much. And I feel sore every day, and I haven't really lifted at all. It's all just been yoga and cardio. So that's kind of nice.
My wrists don't hurt as bad. They definitely still hurt. But
They're made of glass.
yeah, that's what I said the first day. My arms are noodles and my wrists are glass.
Yeah.
Because, like, what do I need to use my wrists for, ever? Nothing. I don't. I mean, I'm sure I type on the computer, and that's about as much.
That's as much wrist action as we
That's
get.
right.
Yeah. So it was a good week. Just, it feels even more busy than it already was. And we were already very busy.
Yeah. Well, now, what everyone came here for.
Do you want to tell the story? Because you seem very excited about it.
So, if you listened to the last episode, we had the case of the mysterious leftover pizza. I was in the bathroom giving one of the kids a bath. I don't know which one. And it was Bert. I was giving Bert a bath, and I just hear cackling from the kitchen. And Craig was in the living room vibing, doing his baby thing. I knew he kind of shimmied across the room before I left. And I just hear cackling, and I'm thinking, oh, Craig is stuck like under a toy or something, and that's cute. No, I turn around, and what did you say to me? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You were like, oh, I got leftovers for tomorrow. And he held up the Tupperware container that had the pizza in it.
It was in the stack of Tupperware in the cabinet.
So it really was rotting in our cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Now,
It didn't smell, though, so that says something about the quality of our Tupperware.
our Tupperware is really good.
Peas, babe.
It's peas, babe.
It's peas, babe.
Yeah, the pizza. Now, granted, I was drinking, and I think we were also cleaning at the same time. Like, we were putting dishes and stuff away, and I think I just got into the swing of things.
It's
and
Tupperware. It goes in the Lazy Susan.
That's where my brain was. And so in it went, and it stayed.
Well, and I just used that Tupperware yesterday. I pulled something off the top of it.
Well, so because it had a lid on it, it looked like, because we put the lids underneath all the containers, so it just looked like another lid because it was like one of the really narrow containers. And I just needed a lid, so when I picked it up, I was like,
oh.
So yeah, we found our pizza. Too little, too late.
She was a little moldy.
Little bit.
So that was really funny.
Yeah, it
That felt like a nice little cap off to the week. Is we don't have to be like, did we ever throw that away? I was convinced we did. I was like, we'll never see it again.
I thought for sure I threw the Tupperware and everything away. I was just like, yep, it's all in the trash. Nope, I actually put it back in the cabinet.
And I will say, I'm really upset about that goat cheese.
Yeah, the goat cheese, it smelled like a dirty diaper in
It was really bad. Because I was like, what's that smell? That's why I threw the produce away. I'm like, oh, this shiz is nasty.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was that. It was the goat cheese, which it was so good.
And I told her it must not have been that good because it was still in the fridge.
It wasn't that old, though. I had like 2 delicious salads with blueberries and goat cheese and raspberry walnut dressing.
And chicken.
Ooh, and chicken thighs. God damn it, that sounds good. I don't have any goat cheese.
You should have got some on the grocery order.
It was already so expensive. I was already overwhelmed when I was ordering. Because I just got more lettuce I'm going to throw away.
If that isn't the definition of adulthood, I don't know what is.
I have good intentions.
Just buying produce to throw it away in 2 weeks. Because it really does feel like, there's the intentions there. It's almost like gift giving. It's the thought that counts.
That's right. I'm healthy by association.
Yeah, it's like buying fitness equipment. You're healthier just for having it.
Yeah. It's like us putting a sticker on a fast car. It's at least 5 horsepower, they say.
Absolutely.
So it's like 5 horsepower for my body.
Exactly.
I'm welcome.
I think just buying that salad and goat cheese, I think you should lose 3 pounds.
Oh my God, I wish.
I'd buy the store out. I would buy stock in the goat cheese market.
Buy goat cheese, get skinny.
Oh my God, was that?
Did you
And
like
the
that?
sponsor of this episode is goat cheese.
Goat cheese. I love a sponsorship from goat cheese. Just, I'd have to like it. But like, I mean, goat cheese is goat cheese.
I was about to say, isn't goat
Well,
cheese
you can
just...
like add stuff to it. I've never bought, that's not true. I bought one log of goat cheese when we did our fancy charcuterie.
They sell it in a log? I thought it was always crumbles.
No, man. It's in a log. You can like get stuff in it. I almost bought one.
No, man, it's in a log.
I almost bought one that had like blueberry swirls in it.
I feel like we need a goat cheese counter on the podcast. How many times have we said goat cheese?
Somebody let us know. Goat cheese, goat cheese, goat cheese. It's so good though. I remember I had Bert try it, and at first she liked it.
Yeah.
And then the next time she tried it, she went, "Ooh, yucky."
Yeah. That's just being a
That's
toddler.
just her.
Yeah. I mean, I think goat cheese is a little overhyped. I think you like goat cheese more than it's...
It's just so creamy and tangy. And I know those aren't two very good descriptors. I mean, that's what it is, but like, you're not like, I want something tangy and
I actually
creamy.
want to know what the internet says goat cheese flavor profile is.
Tangy, creamy, rich. I guess that's, I don't know what the log tastes like. Crumbly. Tell me.
Goat cheese is commonly described as having a mild, earthy, buttery, but tart flavor.
Tangy. I got one of those words.
The flavors will
earthy.
deepen as the cheese ripens, making the tartness sharper and the earthiness more pronounced. I think you were just going for more pronounced earthiness with keeping the moldy goat cheese.
That's right. I was just enhancing the flavor profile by ripening it.
Yeah, and then you told me to throw it away, so it must not have been very good.
It smelled so bad.
It didn't smell good, no.
Yeah, so that's disappointing. But here we are.
Here we are.
Welcome to adulthood. I buy things. They go bad. Like our potatoes. I'm never buying potatoes again.
We have, a 5-pound bag or
They're
whatever.
probably all fucking rotten.
Well, you would know. Rotten potatoes,
They do. They stink.
they smell like corpses.
Now, as someone who has a lot of potato knowledge,
Yes.
welcome to the potato ship. If they have eyes on them, ears on them, are they okay? Question one: are they eyes or ears?
I think they're eyes. Shit. No.
Oh man, no! Your potato ship knowledge is
Oh,
coming
God.
into question. I think they're eyes, right? Because eyes always point to the sky. Is that not true?
I've never.
Never?
No, I've never heard that.
Oh, did I just make that up?
You know, it might be a thing now, though.
Potato eyes? I thought they always pointed to the sky because I thought
Like Woody?
point to the. He tells Mr. Potato Head, point to the sky, and his eyes go.
His little arms just go straight up.
Yeah, because I thought it was like, those little, like the old TikTok vids where it's like, oh, I'm going to show you how to plant potatoes in a laundry basket. And I thought it was like, here's the eyes or ears. And then you point them.
Boy, I was not on that side of
You
TikTok.
point them in a direction.
They always go to the sky. Greenish potatoes with little white sprouts or eyes
Eyes. Okay.
occur when the potato is ready to start its next cycle of growth.
Okay. Okay. Are they okay to eat still? You just cut the eyes off?
The short answer is yes.
Okay.
Potatoes that have sprouted are still okay to eat, but only once you've removed the sprouts.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Here's a guide on how to remove them. We'll put it in the description of the podcast.
How to remove them? You just cut them off?
Uh,
That's not very
I think you
effective.
need to go to this blog to effectively know how to remove.
7 Habits of Eating Potatoes. Number 1, they have eyes.
I
Number
wrote a
2,
392-page book on how to prepare potatoes.
Number 2.
Eyes towards the skies.
We're going to have an herbologist, a potatoologist come on.
A pathologist?
A pathologist. They're going to be like, yes, in fact.
God, if potato podcasts don't take off, I don't know what will. Potodcasts.
Oh, I used to have a little stress ball of a potato. I wonder what I did with that.
I don't know. You took it to work, I thought.
Yeah. I don't think I would have left it. I think I would have brought it home.
It's probably in a drawer somewhere.
It was a conversation piece, so I had to put it in my book bag. Oh, what do you have, a potato? I don't.
You know, for the company that I work for, they still would go, oh, why do you have a potato?
Because they're all fucking foreheads.
And it's like, this literally has our company name on it.
I've learned so much already this podcast.
Yeah. The flavor profile of goat cheese and the 7 habits of growing potatoes.
Yeah. What a good week it's been.
It has been a good week. Is there anything that you've got in mind for next week that you want to try and accomplish or do differently?
If I'm legit with you, just
steady as she goes.
That's right.
Just maintain.
Maintain, yeah. Because it's like, I don't know, maybe after January, if I can like stick to everything, maybe I'll do another yoga or something else. Because it's been really nice to do it together. Because I feel it's like, you know, we still have that time together, even if it's, you know, with our third wheel, Adrian, or something like that.
And Benji.
And Benji. Oh, Benji. Oh, my other goal, speaking of dogs, Doug. Liking Doug.
Liking Doug.
We had another incident where he was being a real cuckold to me.
Oh.
He picks on me and I don't appreciate it.
I just want everybody to know I didn't have any part of cuckolding with.
No, you know what I mean? He was just being a booger. Like he was being a real jerk to me. I just feel like I need to call him names to make myself feel like a bigger person.
Sure.
Because it was me and Bert in her room. We were playing and he came in and he's like, I'm gonna fuck with you. So he was like biting his tail and when he bites his tail near me, he like nibbles at me too. Now I don't know if it's intentional or not. It probably is because he's a jerk. But like, he's so pretty. But I grabbed his face to kiss him. I was going to kiss him on his little...
Aggressively.
Yeah, okay. I was showing him who's boss by forcibly kissing his face.
Not something we condone here,
no.
guys.
I tried to ask him for consent, and he was playing. So
and he went...
It's the same fucking thing he did to my goddamn eye. He opened his mouth and brought it up towards me. And his fucking tooth got in my nose and cut me inside my nose.
Cut you deep.
God, oh my God. I was bleeding. I kept it cool. I got really fucking pissed though. I got hot. I got so hot.
So how does that rank on
How does that make me feel?
On your goals of liking Doug more?
I was ready to put Doug outside. The front side. The non-fence side. And just say goodbye.
Wow. Why didn't you?
Because my goal is to like Doug. And I'm bigger than him.
Did that come back into your mind? Were you after he
did?
Did it really?
I was like, I gotta fucking like you. I have to like you. I'm doing so good on my other goals. I can't let this one slip away.
Sure. Yeah.
We can capture it or let it slip, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let that fucker slip.
Doug Spaghetti, you know?
Today he was fine. He did relatively well with like the people over.
Yeah, we had a bunch of guests over today.
We did, which is unlike us. It was exhausting. I wanted nothing more than to take a nap today and maybe work out.
Yeah.
And I didn't do either of those things. Well, I yogaed.
Well, we yogaed. Yeah.
Which counts. Active recovery. But yeah. And like, you know, when Doug and I were outside playing, I threw the ball. He brought it back to me. Mm-hmm. I said, drop it. He did.
Whoa.
He sat. I threw another ball. And I'm like, look at us.
You guys are besties.
Pal.
Chief. Bucko.
Buddy. Come on, old chap. So, you know, We're doing it. We're on the up and up. There's nowhere to go but down from here, but I'm hoping to plateau. Slow and steady, baby.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, we could do this as like a weekly rating.
Okay. How much do I like Doug?
How much do you like Doug?
Right now, at this moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about. Now, keep in mind, a 5 is like take him or leave him. It's neutral. So anything below a 5 is progressively worse. And anything over a 5 is like, yeah, he's all right.
Like okay, 5's take him or leave him.
Yeah, it's just neutral. Like, it could be anybody's dog, and it wouldn't.
I guess like a 6. That seems high. Like a 5.85.
Well, if you round, which I know that you do.
I do love to front end estimate.
Then that's a 6.
I guess like a 6. I mean, he's still a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can't use that excuse forever because at some point he won't be a puppy.
6 years from now, you know, he's just a puppy.
He's a puppy at heart. So I feel like he's better than he was. So, you know, he's also slow and steady, wins the race with this progression he's got going on. He has 2023 goals, which is to like me.
He loves the kids.
He loves the kids. Well, and fucking Craig, he had lunch. He had Taco Bowl and like some purees or whatever. And he had that spoon and he was like twirling it like a wizard. And Doug's like, okay. So if you guys watch Storks on Facebook.
It's on
Netflix. I just had a stroke.
You're going to have to end the podcast. I have to run to the ER.
I don't smell burnt toast. So, yes, Storks on...
Eyes are towards the skies.
Eyes towards the skies. Storks on Netflix. It's the cutest fucking movie.
Well, I would add, it's really cute when you have children.
Yes.
It is probably not going to like hit all that well for people that don't have kids.
There's so many things, though, that like having kids and watch every Disney movie after having kids...
It's way different.
Oh my God.
I would cry during a Disney movie before kids.
I would too.
And now I just weep.
Because there was Brave on the other day. And, you know, mom and daughter quarrels.
Quarrels?
Toady. And then they get back, you know, they reconcile and it's just like, oh I have one of them. I got a daughter. Yeah, so they would just hit different. So if you got kids, watch it.
I mean, if you could watch it if you don't have kids. Yeah. It's still a cute movie. It is
cute because the dogs are like
wolves.
They're like old dogs, prehistoric dogs,
wild dogs, old dogs that learn some new tricks.
That's right, feral creatures like our children. But yeah, so he was twirling the spoon around like a wand, and Doug was like one of those wolves. I love it.
I agree.
Super cute though.
Boat mode activate. Submarine mode activate. It is a cute movie. We've watched it a few times now.
Yeah.
I don't think either of the kids have watched it. I think we have just watched it.
Yeah, it was super cute. I watched it by myself at first when I was sick.
Yeah, food poisoning.
That's what happens when you get old and have a couple kids. You just get food poisoning constantly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what it is, but we never had food poisoning before, like, 3 or 4 years ago. And now it's like probably every 6 months, one of us is horrendously sick.
Like, call off work.
Yeah.
Children need to get out of my way.
Dehydrated, living in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
It's just life. Can't eat fast food anymore.
Or
pizza.
Or pizza. Yeah. I do not know what it is. And a lot of times we eat the same thing and only one of us gets sick. Because I remember, I'll never forget when we had that tattoo appointment with Logan. Got tattooed all day, had Chipotle for dinner, and then like we were sitting having a conversation, and then I just like projectiled Chipotle into a trash can.
Trigger warning. Wee woo.
Oh, vomit, bile,
Goat cheese.
eyes to the skies, baby.
Is that the title of this podcast?
Yeah, probably.
Eyes to the skies. Peek.
Yeah,
That
but
has to be real. It's fine. We'll look it up later.
I feel like I'm gonna Google it quickly while we're talking about it.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh yeah, food poisoning. And then I got it from a large pizza chain.
Apparently, it's a movie.
Eyes to the skies.
Yep.
Is it like jet fighters?
I don't know. The whole movie is on YouTube though.
Oh, nice.
It's an hour long.
All right.
And there's an Eyes to the Skies hot air balloon festival.
Oh, fun. I bet there's a 5K.
Let me add potatoes to this query. Planting potato pieces. Which end of the potato is up?
The eyes.
Don't spend a lot of time worrying how to find the seed end of the potatoes. Although planting with the eyes facing the sky will likely...
There's a seed end?
Apparently.
Oh my gosh. Potato facts.
That's what you came to the podcast for.
Bing bong. Potato facts.
This could be a new segment on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I think so.
Although planting with eyes facing towards the sky will likely smooth the way for the development of little spuds, your potato
spuds. Sorry.
your potato will do just fine without a lot of fuss.
Oh, little spuds.
Is that what you're gonna start calling the kids?
Maybe.
Spuddies.
Oh, hi, spud. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it is kind of cute. So have we watched anything that we liked this week? Started The Circle.
Yeah, The Circle's okay.
Yeah, it's really just solid background.
Yeah.
We
You
watched-
watched Night Teeth.
Night Teeth. Yeah, man. It's probably... You could probably start that movie and predict it within 10 minutes of the movie starting.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I started Luckiest Girl Alive. Haven't finished it. Has Mila Kunis in it.
Kunis.
Is that her? Mila Kunis? Is that how I say it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it has her in it. And it has the guy.
Because when you say you started it, you're what, 7 minutes in?
No, like an hour.
Oh, I thought you had just like turned it on and turned it back off.
Well, that's how I've been watching it in like short 30-second increments. And the guy from, oh my God, I'm a hotel. I'm a vampire. I'm in a scary house.
American Horror Story?
Yes.
I'm in a circus.
Yeah, he was in the circus.
I'm in a bunker.
He was the guy in the circus that was like, oh, I'm a baby, but I have a lot of money. I'm going to go kill people.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what the character's name
I
is.
don't
but
either.
I know who you're referencing.
Yeah. He has like dark hair. He's in it. He's his fiance. I had another stroke just there.
Have you liked it so far?
Yeah. Because it's like, she's a writer. She's a writer with like, not, I guess, a dark past. Like she was in a high school shooting in high school, and they blamed her, or like said she had a part of it, but she didn't.
Uh-huh.
So it's like her living this, not a fake life, but like she's like a super bougie because he's super bougie. He comes from money. So she's trying to like fake it to fit in and marry him.
The ultimate fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's good so far. I don't know what the ending will be like because there's like flashbacks for when, she was in high school and this all happened and like what happened to her. But then like she'll have like they were testing knives or like in like a super fancy knife shop for their bridal registry. And then she was holding like a butcher knife and, rich people stuff. I don't know.
I guess.
But then like she had the knife in her hand because the guy was like, oh, test it out. Women are in the kitchen, hardy har. And then like she looked down and there was blood on the knife, like she had stabbed her husband.
Oh.
But she didn't. It was just like a hallucination type of thing.
A daydream.
Yeah. And then she like flashed back and was like, oh, yeah, it's a little heavy. And then she puts it down and so far it's good. I guess we'll see if I ever finish it and what the ending's like.
Because I watched The Inheritance last week.
Yeah.
I literally called the plot of that movie, I think it was 17 minutes in, because we talked about it, and I looked at the timestamp on the movie, and I was 100% correct. And boy, it could have been so good, and it was way too predictable. I watched some like medieval night movie with Timothée Chalamet.
The King.
Is it called The King?
It is now.
That was pretty good. I like a good historical drama with some knights and swords.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, just listening to Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson for the second time through. Love that book. I'm about to get to the part that made me cry really hard the last time I listened to it.
Well.
Man, those books, like, Game of Thrones was my favorite series prior to that, or A Song of Ice and Fire, as dictated by the sleeve on my right arm. But the whole Stormlight Archive series is just taken over my brain. I just love it so much.
Did you like it more?
I liked it even more the second time through, because there was parts of it when I was reading it the first time that it was like, I'm not crazy about this character, this plot line. But at the end of the book, you understand why all those things are brought together. So like the second time through, I've already got those ideas in my head of like why those things are important. So you like pay attention to more of the little detail stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, other than that, it's just been fitting things in where you can, squeezing it in.
Mm-hmm.
Did we try any new foods this week? We had Indian food tonight. It wasn't new Indian food. But
Oh, yeah. It was good.
I feel like we've got to start to master an Indian food order. We've got to come up with something like, this is our Indian food order. Like when we get Chinese, we've got like our Chinese order.
Because I think it was like lamb rogan.
Maybe.
Vegetable korma, I like for sure. But the lamb thing we got tonight, I thought was really good too.
And naan is just classic.
So good. Give me a garlic naan all day
I can
long.
still taste the garlic.
I didn't think it was garlicky enough.
Oh my God, honey.
I got to sprinkle a couple extra cloves on there. I love garlic though.
Man, if we lived in Transylvania, they'd be coming to you to kill vampires.
That's right.
Garlic.
Garlic, like my barbarian character on
Diablo.
Dungeons and Dragons on Diablo.
Yeah.
Garlic. Just so good.
How did you feel parenting-wise this week?
Well, this week was a little challenging because I don't know what it was that set her off of those couple nights, but like she didn't want anything to do with me, but also like she really wanted me. She
didn't want you to go away, but she didn't want you anywhere near her.
And then it happened today on her nap. She freaked out like that. But it's like, I stayed there. I asked her questions because I found if I asked her yes or no questions, I mean, she'd said no to all the questions, but she would calm down enough to like take a deep breath and say no. And then eventually I was just like, I didn't say anything. And then she started to like just lay on the floor and scream and close her eyes. I was like, I'm going to pick you up. And she said, okay. And I put her in bed. But just, I think it's like, I took it personally the first couple times. And I cried because I was like, this is the hardest fucking thing for her just to scream. Not at you, but like in a room that's dark, the door is closed, the curtains are drawn, and she's just screaming.
Yeah. And like
But she doesn't want you. If you try to touch her, she like recoils away from you like you're a fucking leper. And I was like, oh my God, this hurts so bad.
And as loud as she can, like, she physically couldn't be any louder if she wanted to.
It was awful. And it's like, I don't know what set her off. But it's like, eventually, and then you tried to go in and she did the same thing to you. And it was just like, you'd leave and she'd scream even more. But you go in and she screamed. It was just a lot.
Yeah, bedtime this week especially, bedtime and nap time have just been impossible. If anybody has tips on what they've done, great. We'll take them because we've tried everything we can. And I think we talked about it a little bit on the last podcast, but it's just been so hard this week.
But then this week too, I also feel like it's been so incredibly rewarding because I don't know, I guess I can't necessarily name specifics, but like tonight when she was playing with her cousin, she was so incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
She was sharing.
She did a really good job
She
sharing.
did so well. And it's like, I love her. I want more of these.
Yeah. Well, and this week Craig started to crawl. So he's now mobile, which is a little scary because now we've got two of them to chase.
Yeah. And he's going to be getting into all kinds of stuff.
He's pulling himself up on stuff or trying really hard to. He's just as cute and sweet as always.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think Bert, 95% of the time is the sweetest kid you will ever meet.
Well, and I think one of the things that I love the most, and it didn't happen this week, it was before, is she yelled at me or like swung at me and hit me.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't do that again. And she did it again. So I like removed myself from, I think we were in her room or the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
And you went in to lay with her later, like not even like right after. And she was like, she told you, she's like, I hit mommy or I yelled at mommy. And like, she felt really bad about it. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like she had reflected on it. She understood that it wasn't okay.
And then she told you about it.
She was like open and honest about something that she knew wasn't okay. And that was like a proud parenting moment of like, oh my God, we've taught her to like take responsibility for things.
It was so wild. And of course I cried. But it was just so awesome.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so incredibly hard. Like, teaching her things, and I know her little brain is just trying to figure it all out. But, like, she was so awesome tonight with her cousin. And it's like, she's...
And all the people in the house. She did great.
Like, 'cause she was like, here are my toys. Come play with me. They were playing chase and hide and seek. And, like, Nellie wanted to go and show her her room.
Yeah.
It was just so awesome.
Yeah.
Because normally, the other times she's come over, Bert was just like, I don't want you in my house.
Right.
I don't want you talking to my parents. I don't want you touching my toys. But this time she's like, oh, here you go. Yeah,
it was good. It was, I just wish we could figure out bedtime.
Yeah. Bedtime's the hardest part.
I dread it every day because we start bedtime so early and it just drags on forever.
And, she ran her ass off tonight, nonstop, the whole night. And then we went out in the garage and she was playing t-ball and working out. Yeah. She ran like a half a mile today.
Yeah.
She was exercising.
She has endless energy.
And then at like bedtime, it's like trying to stop a bullet train.
Yeah. With styrofoam.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the only thing that ever finally gets her to calm down is having a full meltdown. And then after her meltdown, she goes to sleep.
Yeah. Did she have one tonight when I was gone?
She didn't have one while you were gone, but we were on the verge of it because I was laying in the bed and it was like, okay, come lay down. I was refusing to play the games or whatever. And then she heard you. I was like, Mommy's home. I was like, no, that was Doug. And so then she came and like covered me up and, was trying to tuck me in or whatever. And then I was like, I want to snuggle. And she's like, I'm not snuggling with you. I have things to do.
Which is something we've never said to her.
No. And the only time we tell her that we won't snuggle is after we've done it for the 13th time. And we've been in her room for an hour and a half trying to get her to go to sleep.
I need chapstick. I need purple chapstick.
Yeah.
I need white chapstick. I need water.
Yeah.
I need daddy. I need to kiss Doug.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else? I want white chapstick. Yellow chapstick.
I need to go check on my toys.
Yeah, she said that to me the other night.
I need to, I just need something.
I need a hair tie, mommy. Do you?
She's,
Listen here, you little shithead. Just go to bed.
She has every excuse in the book to stay awake longer. It's impressive, really.
It is. I gotta turn the fan off. No, you don't.
So that has been hard, but I just feel like I've really seen her manners a lot lately. She's been, I don't know, just very calm and sweet, and like she's so patient with her brother, and she's done so well with like sharing, even if it takes some coaxing.
Yeah.
She still like will go, okay, all right, I get it. And like we'll do it. And it's like, oh my God, she like understands. She's a person.
I know. And that's the wildest part. Well, because like, Craig, almost 9 months, well, 8.5, whatever. I like to round
Front
up.
end estimate.
But it's like, he's starting to crawl. Homie doesn't have any teeth yet.
Not a one.
But he's going to be a completely different kid when he gets one. Because it's like, what do you mean? You're a baby. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't formulate in my brain him being her age.
Yeah.
Doing the things that she's doing.
And it's the same thing in reverse. Like imagining her at 9 months, it's like that never happened. Didn't exist. You were pregnant and then poop, here's a toddler.
She just apparated like that.
It goes by so fast.
So fast. But like, good for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're surviving.
Thriving.
I don't know.
We're working on thriving.
I won't say I've thrived,
Well,
but we've, through clenched teeth and broken nails, have started to develop a pretty well-rounded kid, I think.
I will say too, I think I've had less headaches this week because I haven't been clenching my jaw as much.
That's great.
Maybe not necessarily during the day because I definitely still do it. But you know what?
Do we need to get you a mouth guard?
I talk too much for that.
Hi. I got my mouth guard in.
But maybe they won't know it's me.
I might pronounce your name properly.
Yeah, Wendy.
Lindy.
Oh, Wendy. Hey, Wendy.
Linda.
Lisa. That's me.
Hello.
It's not even worth correcting people.
Yeah. Just like my name.
With that guy, Wendy, what's your email? And I told him my email. It's like Lindsay, whatever. And he's like, Lindsay, why do you go by Wendy? I was like, I don't. He's like, why have you been letting me call you that? I was like, it's not worth it.
Because I'm never going to speak to you again after this conversation.
And if you call and you're like, hey, manager man, Wendy sucks, they're going to be like, go, who's Wendy? I mean, he'll look it up the file and see
noted.
It's me. All right, cool. Yep, Wendy fired.
Man, you really hate those junior bacons, huh?
Oh, that does sound good.
It does.
And I'll also say this as a win.
Okay.
We went and got ice cream. Well, I went and got ice cream the other day, which is in the same parking plaza as Taco Bell.
Confession corner.
Yeah. Bing bong, confession corner.
I'm going to have to make these into soundboard clips now. Potato facts and confession corner.
And I was like, I know the last podcast I referenced Denise, and that's an eating disorder. I was like, what's stopping me from getting a 5-layer burrito without beans right now? And no one would know. I was like, I could eat it in the car before I even left the drive-thru.
I think my favorite thing about your thought process through the whole thing is like, what's stopping me? I'm fucking invincible, okay? So I will go and get a goddamn
I'm an adult.
quesadilla if I want a quesadilla, motherfucker.
I just so badly,
But I'm going to hide it. I'm not going to tell anybody about it.
I so badly wanted the nacho cheese and the meat and the sour cream all wrapped up in a warm ass tortilla.
Are we getting this after the podcast? You want to go get that? You want to go get Taco Bell?
Well, no, now because my dirty secret's out in the light and it's kind of ugly. But I was
The
like,
roaches are scattering.
I was like, what's stopping me? I'm a stone's throw away from that beefy, cheesy goodness. I didn't go.
Top it off with some ice cream.
Well, it's not like it was just ice cream. It was a hot fudge brownie sundae with Reese cups on top. And I got whipped cream on mine. I sans whipped creamed yours.
Uh-huh.
Because you're like, I don't know, it's not that great. And I'm like, it's great. So I got whipped cream and I was like, what does that say about me if I got a hot fudge brownie sundae with Reese cups on it and I secretly ate a Taco Bell burrito before I got home and I threw it away?
It means you have ambitions. It means that you seek out what you want and you just go get it.
That's
honey.
right.
You're a go-getter.
You know what? It's an effective habit. If I do say so myself.
The 7 habits of effectively hiding your food addictions.
Don't do that. Just be honest. And I was, as soon as I came home. Well, I messaged Denise live as it was happening.
In the parking lot of Taco Bell.
No,
she
I was at
called her
Handles.
she called her food disorder buddy and was like, I need you to stop me from going to get a taco right now.
I didn't. I was just like, this is what I want. And I remember she'd messaged me, I think the next morning, and she's like, did you do it? I was like, no. So good. It sounds so good.
It's never as good as it is.
Sometimes it is.
Never.
Sometimes
I remember
it is.
one time this summer we got Taco Bell and it was amazing.
After we went to that zombie bar crawl. Oh, I thought that one was really good.
No, that one was good, but we had gotten it and then we went to the park. We were in the parking lot at the park.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, that was 2 times in. Ooh,
Ooh.
so good. Anyway, that was basically it. My other good job, me.
I'm over here like, I'm not going to get whipped cream because I'm going to save the calories. And you're over here like, I could sneak in a beefy 5-layer burrito.
But I didn't. Oh, it sounds so good. Maybe sometime.
See, now I'm just thinking about cheeseburgers. I'm just like, man,
Ooh, yeah.
Junior Bacon sounds super good right
Oh, I
now.
was thinking Five Guys.
Oh, fuck. We haven't had Five Guys.
I
in a
know.
minute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I agree. Well, you know, if we're going to send it off here, you got anything else?
I don't have anything else. I didn't know if you had another confession coming behind
No.
your Taco Bell confession.
Just got my send off.
All right. I'm so excited.
Like, follow, subscribe, and keep your eyes to the skies. Bye.